I had suicidal ideations, thoughts, all the things, but like, I think that's why my book is dedicated to my son, because I'm like, I don't think I'd be here like without him.
Your saving grace.
Yeah. Right.
Oh. A huge, massive congratulations.
Thank you.
You are a published author.
Yes.
Your memoir, Told You So, is officially out.
Yep.
How does it feel?
Like, it feels like a dream. Like, it doesn't feel real. Like, even you saying out loud, I'm like, wait, did that actually happen? Because it has been like a goal and dream of mine for like the last 10 years for this to happen.
10 years.
Yes, like ever since like my dad came into my room, he brought me this diary and told me to write everything down when I was going through my trials. And he's like, maybe one day it can be a book. And I was like, whatever. And then like I started writing it and I'm like, wait, this is actually like really like freeing, and like I could vent, and like it was almost like a person I could talk to. It was like my diary.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of when I was like, maybe I will write a book one day. And that's kind of where it all happened.
This book, in my opinion, really doesn't hold back. You
No.
did not spare a single detail.
Yep.
So why expose so many of these hardships that you've gone through and now overcome?
To help other women. That's always been my goal. I felt like the big loser while everyone else seemed like they're living their best lives. And I was like, but when you know, like everyone's going through things deep down, but they're just not sharing them. And so that's always been my purpose.
I have to imagine that there were many tough topics for you to put into this book. Which was the toughest for you to go back and revisit and have to think about those memories once again?
Talking about the abuse that I went through, and then also like the grief that I went through losing my son's father. I was like just like really sad. I was writing about like Arik's death, and like writing about that was like so difficult. Every time I even would go over and proofread it, I would just be sobbing. Talking about some of the abuse and trauma like that I went through with that first abusive relationship was hard. Like, I'm like, sometimes I didn't want people to read it, but then I was thinking like it's gonna help, like it's for the greater good, like because I think what I went through, a lot of women can relate. They can see red flags. They can read this book and be like, wait, yeah, that's happening to me right now, you know, and hopefully I can get out. Like, use this as a tool as well.
Let's talk about the tough topics so we can get on to the happier stuff.
Let's do it.
So you write quite a bit about a relationship that you were in with a man you nickname Dick.
Yes.
Tell me about that nickname.
I just thought it was very fitting for him. So since I did have to change details for legal reasons, I was like, well, I'm gonna change them my way.
Yep.
So we named him Dick because, you know, that's
obviously.
fitting. And then I changed like certain things like his car, his height. So if you notice, I'm like, he's very tall. And I was like, he's 5'10" or something. And I'm like, yep, that's one of them.
Yep.
So I had to do certain things to change about him, but like the petty in me, I was like, I'm gonna do all the things that he hates, so that if he does read it, or his family, then it'll, you know, it's just for my ego purposes.
Your ego purposes are very well-founded, in my opinion, because I'm so sorry for everything that you had to go through. I got emotional reading it. It was really hard for me to read. For you, detailing all of that, I mean, what was that relationship like?
Horrible. Like it was like so bad that like it's not like I like wanted to be done with life, but I was like, if I have to be with this person any longer, like I'd rather be dead. Like that's how bad it was, because it was miserable, I guess is the best way to describe it. Like I just feel like I wasn't living my own life. You know, I was like, almost felt like I was like a captive when I was in that relationship, and I like couldn't really get out until like finally I did.
He pulled a knife on you. He drugged and raped you, and he robbed you of your virginity.
Yep.
First things first, I'm so sorry.
Yes, thank you.
How are you today?
I'm honestly great. Like, I feel like it's been times like I can smile about it and be like, no, like that's just my personality. I do, you can read from the book, I have very dark humor, and I feel like when things are traumatic, I do smile sometimes, which probably comes off as like inappropriate. Like even on the show, people are like, why is she smiling?
You can process
things, I don't know.
however you want.
Yes. It's definitely difficult. I've been through therapy. I've done some EMDR. I've done stuff like that. I probably need more therapy, but like I go and I'm like, this sucks. And then like I'll kind of step away for a bit and I'll go back and step away. It took me so long to get through that one event in therapy. It took like 6 weeks of therapy to where I was like, if it took one event that long, I had like 30 events that I had to go through, and I'll be dead by the time I'm healed.
You think you'll continue to go to therapy?
My husband said I should.
Healing is not linear.
Oh, it's not.
It looks so different for you than it might for your husband, than it might for me.
Yeah.
Whatever you have to do to stay healthy is what I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I'm good today.
Good.
Deep down, maybe a little bit of some issues I need to fix, but I'm good overall, just through therapy. We need to go back.
I'm here with you today. I know that you are a follower of the Mormon religion.
Yes.
We're here in your house. There's a photo of the Holy Spirit on the wall. I know you to be a person who doesn't drink.
Yeah.
But as you detail in the book, this person, Dick, that you were in a relationship with, led you down a really dark path.
Yeah.
Drugs, drinking, sex, and partying.
Yes.
How bad did things get?
I wasn't educated on like drinking and things like that. I just took it to a whole nother level. I didn't really have like a limit. I was kind of like an all or nothing type person, which I feel like is very dangerous, especially at that age.
Pushing it to the max.
Yes, and you make stupid decisions that you normally wouldn't make, you know? And so I think it wasn't great for me, and that's why people have asked me, like, have you drank since then? I'm like, no. Because I feel like because I was like, even with it, like obviously my religion, but even when it was like I was blacking out. I'm like, that is not healthy, nor is it safe. And like, I just feel like it was bad. And so, I definitely went through some wild times.
So Dick is in the rear view, and you start to date a man that you describe as the opposite of Dick, named Arik.
Yes.
What was that relationship like?
It was like happy, like we never fought, like it was just like goofy, silly fun. Like it was
what
just,
you
like,
needed.
Like
after
yeah,
that.
it was just like being a teenager again, like having a life. Like I just felt so free and like invincible with him. Like I just felt like there was no rules and nothing's off limits. It just felt like so fun. It's like how to explain it. Like I had so much fun.
I love to hear you say that.
Yeah.
Because you found yourself in some unpredictable circumstances.
Yep.
You're 19 years old and you discover that you're pregnant.
Yes.
What do you remember about learning that day that you were with child?
Oh my gosh. It was like it's traumatic even looking back at it. Like obviously now I'm so grateful, but at the time the feelings that I was feeling was like just feeling like your life is over, basically is how I felt when I first found out I was pregnant.
You worked so hard to become a D1 tennis athlete.
Yep. And felt like my tennis career's over. My parents are gonna want to kill me. Like I'm an embarrassment because my sister's my tennis coach, and like I'm making her look horrible. So I feel like a lot of shame and guilt and stuff. Like I feel like it's mostly toward like with my family, and not like they shamed me, but like I felt that for them. I'm like, wow, like I'm kind of like the screw up. Like so like, that's how I felt, and I was like, my life is over. Like I just didn't know what was gonna happen. I thought my tennis career was over. Didn't think I'd go back to college, just based on like what stereotypes like in society tell you about getting pregnant so young. So,
but not Mayci.
Yeah, no, not me.
You wrote about hoping to miscarry. You thought your life was completely over. What did it take for you to turn that train of thought around?
I think just having a really supportive like village, like my parents and my sister Lauren were like so, supportive and like allowed me to accomplish things that maybe wouldn't have been possible as a single mom. So
yeah. I mean, my hat is off to you because you're a teenager, you're freshly pregnant, you're like, okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna figure out tennis and I'm gonna figure out school. And I can't even imagine what you go through when you learn at just 13 weeks pregnant that the father of your baby boy was involved in a tragic car accident.
Yes.
What emotions and details from that day still sit with you?
I was obsessed with trying to figure out what was going on because I was in California and he was in Utah when the crash happened. So it's like I wanted to see every news article. Like I was torturing myself with like every detail because like I just had to know because it just didn't feel real. I'm like, are we sure this isn't like a dream? Like it did not feel real. I didn't feel like this was happening to me. And I feel like I still could see just like in my head, like from the news article, it was like his body covered in the blue tarp and there was like a semicircle of cop cars surrounding it. It is like forever ingrained in my brain. I still say it was like the worst day of my life. Like it was horrible. And like every time it is March, which is the month he passed away, like around that time, there feels like even to this day there's like a gloom that's like around.
A heaviness,
yeah, that like I can't describe. Because it's still like when I think about it, it does still feel like it was yesterday, even though it's been so many years. And like I feel like I'm all like healed a lot, right? And like my son's now 10 years old, which is crazy, but no, it was the most traumatic thing I've ever gone through my life. Like I've never felt pain like that severe. Like I had physical pain from like the emotional pain that I was going through. Like my chest hurt, like my head hurt. Like it was crazy how it manifested like in my body. Like I never experienced anything like that in my entire life, like emotionally.
And I hope you never have to experience.
I hope
no one ever has to experience something as traumatizing and tragic as that. It's a horrible story under normal circumstances. It was made a million times worse by the fact that you were freshly pregnant.
Yes.
How do you grieve a love while also growing a human in your body?
that was, I feel like, the hardest part, because I just didn't know how to feel. Like, even being pregnant, it was like, there's some days where I was like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I don't think I can be a mom. Like, and there were some days where, like, that's the only thing I had to look forward to. Like, I definitely was, like, I had suicidal ideations, thoughts, all the things, but, like, I think that's why my book is dedicated to my son, because I'm like, I don't think I'd be here, like, without him.
Your saving grace.
Yeah. All right.
Oh. This book is really going to be so healing for so many people. Thank you for sharing all of that. Your son is the most beautiful reflection of you and the love that you have.
Now you're gonna make me cry because I'm looking at you and you have.
No, it's just it's I'm a new mom too.
It's being a mom. Like that's what gets me is like it's hard.
He saved you. He saved your life.
And it's hard to talk about like grief of losing his father, but like talking about my son is like that hits home.
Yeah.
For sure. Do we have tissues?
Yeah.
I didn't expect to get emotional. Do you need like a piece of it?
Sure. Friendship tissues. Thank you. It's like the dedication on page 1, it ripped my soul apart.
Yeah.
My saving grace. It was like, oh, that is so beautiful. It's so simple, but it's so beautiful.
That's why they asked you, like, I like glad that you can relate to, like, it's when I talk about my kids, it's like, it's a different level, especially my son, because of like everything that we went through together too, and the circumstances, it just hits differently, Had
it not been for Hudson, would you be here today?
I don't know if I would be. I don't think so, honestly. And that's why, again, I always call my saving grace because of that reason. It's like he changed my life so much. Like, and I wouldn't say I was a bad person before. I don't think I was living my best life or being the best I could be. I don't think I was always the nicest, for sure. Like, I can be accountable for that, for sure. But he... like the motivation I felt becoming a mom like was so different because I'm like, now I have to provide. Like now I'm a provider. Like I need to provide him the life that like I want him to have. He probably doesn't even realize it, but he is like everything like to me, He will one day. Yeah, I hope so. He asked to read the book. I said absolutely not.
I was just gonna ask, when are the kids allowed to read Mom's book?
I said 18 because I'm like, that is adult content in there. I would say maybe I'll budge around 17.
Yeah, I think
18 is a solid idea. I want them to see me doing like cool things so that like they grow up and they're like, I can write a book one day and I can do all of this. Like I just want them to be like inspired too by like what I'm doing for their future, because I want them to know they can do like anything they can put their minds to, because stereotypes cannot define you, even if you make mistakes.
Let's talk about something happier.
Yay!
Let's talk about something happier.
Yeah.
One word, Jacob. I mean, it takes a really special person to walk into someone's life and no strings attached, act as a father figure.
Oh, 100%. I feel like when I look back, to me, it's almost crazy because it was so normal in the moment. But looking back, I'm like, you were 20 years old. Like, you were a child, too. And, like, you were full on, like, wanting to be a father to my son, who's not biologically yours. Like, that is just crazy. I always call him, like, an angel because he's just so sweet. And, like, he's the best dad. Like, he's the best husband. I'm honestly just so grateful. I don't know how it worked out for me. Like, truly, I'm like, I don't know how he came walking into my life. I will say I did pray for a future husband when I was a single mom. I was like, just fine. Like, we just need a good guy, like a good one, No more wild experiences.
I have to imagine it will be a very emotional experience for Jacob reading your memoir.
Yeah.
Has he read it? How did he react?
He read it when it wasn't finished yet, but he was just crying the whole time. And he was
just sobbing.
Yeah. I'm like, he's tender. He's so sweet. And I think he said for him, it hits different, like being a girl dad, like reading this, being able to inspire like our daughters and stuff like that. So that is like why it hits so hard for him, and like never wanting his daughters to experience like what I did.
You're now a wife and a happy mother of three. You've got a preteen, you've got a kid, and you've got a newborn.
Yes.
What is all of that like?
Oh, it's like chaotic, but it's not as bad as I thought. Like I was like kind of nervous about like adding a third into the mix, but like I feel like it's so good. Like she sleeps like 7 hours a night. And then my other two, like my son's at school and then he has like sports, like we're doing the sports thing. I just say it's very busy.
Like blissful chaos.
Oh, 100%. No, I'm obsessed with it. Especially when I have all three of them together, just like snuggling in a room. I'm like, oh, this is like the life. This is the best.
Well, listen, you make very beautiful, sweet children. Is the family complete, or do you guys think that you'll continue down that road?
I think we'll have one more.
Okay.
I came from a family of 4, and so did my husband, and so I feel like 4 is like the number.
Yeah.
If it didn't work out, it doesn't work out, or we'll be content with 3, but I think we'll go for one more.
You went from being a 19-year-old mom without a partner, surviving on food stamps, to a television star, a published author, and a really happy wife and mom of 3. What does the future look like for Mayci Neeley?
Oh gosh, that is the burning question even for myself. I'm like, what now? Because like, the book was like my biggest goal in life, and now it's here. You know?
It's like we've hit the big goal.
Yes, and
What's
so
next?
now I'm like, what is next? I don't know. I think I would love to write another book. Like I'm really interested in doing stuff like hosting. Like honestly, would love to host like a dating show or something. I think it'd be so cool. But anyways, like this is my pitch. But
I mean, you've dated enough, right? I feel
like I know the red flags.
Right.
I feel like I know the things, right? So I feel like that would be fun. I mean, for me, like the possibilities are endless.